Hey brats, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to say a huge thank you. Asterion Products sent us this VR stand for your PSVR. It is their VR ARG stand. It's got a couple really cool features. Let's open it up and check it out. As always, have a sharp, small unboxing knife. When you go to open up anything, you don't want to risk hurting yourself. Comes in a smaller box than I expected. From the pictures, it looks like the stand's kind of big. I'm guessing there'd be a little bit of assembly required. We've got I think that's the headphone holder that goes on the back there. Hooks and crap, I don't think we need that. Got our base here for everything. Our power adapter, and then these things. So I have a mixed opinion on these. I have never actually used any of these before. If you know what these are, these go into your DualShock 4 and they become now your power adapter. So instead of plugging it in through a USB every time, these just basically bridge the gap for you to make it easier to put them in and out of here. So all my stands, you kind of push them in and they actually go into the DualShock USB spot. So it'll be interesting to try these, see what we think, see if it's more convenient, see if we have less of a problem with them staying connected. And this piece right here. Oh, it looks like, so this just slides into place. Boom, barely any assembly required. And then if you want to take that back off, you push the button in and then it'll slide out. That's pretty nifty. And then this piece just snaps into place easily, or not so easily. Part is not wanting to go in as easily. So you can see there's two prongs here. Those prongs go down in these holes and then the sides, but it definitely feels like the whole thing is pretty tight. Okay, I'm gonna consult the manual because this is scaring me. Cannot be removed once attached. Attempts to disconnect will damage the unit. Yep, so this goes in hard and it does not come back out. It's scary because it's making like a plastic creaking sound. I don't want it to crack or break. Oh God, I hate that sound. We're still not quite seated all the way in, but I think that might be oh God, oh God. Oh God, I hate that sound. Boy, okay, I think that's as far as that's gonna go in. It's not quite all the way seated down. The prongs aren't all the way in, but it's not going in any further than that. So, I mean, it's solid. It's not gonna come out for sure. But, oh man, that was kind of freaky, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely, I'm worried that's putting some pressure on the inside. Maybe I should have like sprayed something in there to give it some lube. Oh, I don't want to try pushing you in any further. Oh God, did that finally snap into place? Okay, I think that's snapped in. Beware, putting that part in might be a little scary. They made this super compact design so that everything would fit in place. So like your headset's gonna go here, your moves are gonna go through your headset. Let's see what it looks like with all this stuff. I'm gonna go get my DualShocks and put these in them and see how this all looks.
12 seconds later.
Oh, and a nifty feature back here, get an extra USB plug there. So that's what one of my current stands has, and it's really nice because you can charge it with your aim controller or your headphones. Super convenient. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's lighting up. There's a lot of light in here, so it's not going to be as obvious. I'll turn down some of the lights. Okay, so we've got the two DualShocks here, and we've got these two pieces. These are small. Oop. It'd be easy to lose these, so be very careful your first time. I'd get these in 4 controllers if you have them, or however many you have, and then put the rest back in the box and put that box away. So that fits in there easy. It doesn't look much different. It just puts a little extension out there. So then basically you should be able to just toss these on there and they should charge. It is super easy that way. The one thing about it that's different from the other stands that you push them in, they stay on a lot more securely. This, I mean, you put it on there and you can see what I like, it's got an indicator light on the side here that shows, hey, that's charging. They're on there, but for me having a cat, like those could easily be knocked off. So that's one thing to think about if you have a cat or any pet. So then the PSVR sits right down in there. That looks nice. So I'm guessing if you were to go to grab your headset, you grab your headset and then you grab your controllers. So probably you're typically going to put your controllers away next. Controllers are in there and charging. So then if you weren't playing, one thing you could either use the hook, you could wind your cable up and hook it over the hook. Gives you a place to store the cable. You can also put your headset back here and you can even charge it with this. So one thing that I like about some of the other charging stands, even though it's meant for headphones, sometimes you can get away with putting your aim controller on there. Again, if you don't have a cat, you can probably get away with this. You could probably hang your controller off of here, but it's definitely gonna be kind of rickety. I mean, it'd probably be better to put it down to where it's leaning on the desk or something, but technically, I guess you could make this fit whatever kind of headphones you use. And then if you use ones that charge, you have a USB port for it. I really like that it's got indicators all around it, shows what's charging and what's on and working. I think it looks gorgeous. I think the blue light's cool. I like that it lights at the front. I wish that it lit up kind of all the way, but obviously that'd be a long ways to go, and then have to put extra lights, which means wiring, which means more work and more expense. So this is definitely an awesome stand. My friend that I actually sold my first PSVR, my V1 to, this was the stand he bought, and he's had that one, man. I would have sold him that probably over 2 years ago, and his is still working great. It's keeping everything charged for him. Something to be aware of, just like every other charging stand you look at on Amazon, there is some bad reviews, not many, but there's always people saying that it risks frying your controller. Just like the Collective Minds one I own, and just like the Power A one, there's always some reviews that say someone had their controllers on there and it fried them. Now, I don't know if that's their old controller was about to die anyways and they blame the stand, if a few stands have some faulty electronics and mess them up. I don't know, but that's just a disclaimer for all of you out there. If you buy any charging stand for your PSVR, there apparently is some risk, whether it's user error or the products themselves, but every PSVR stand has reviews that claim that it fried their controller. So I can tell you, my buddy Dan has had this one for 2 years. His controllers are great. I have a Collective Minds and a Power A that I use for my 2 PSVRs. All the controllers are great. So maybe it's possible that once in a while one of them is bad, but I've never had any problems with any of the stands I have, so I think it is a low risk, but it is something to weigh in if you're thinking about getting a stand. I think this stand is gorgeous. It holds everything nicely. My only worries are, like I said, the controllers sit on there, which is nice. You can just grab them right out. If you have a cat and you put this thing somewhere where the controllers are high up, they're going to be knocking these things down if they get up there and smack at them. So keep that in mind. Either keep it somewhere safe or consider a stand that would hold it in place. But otherwise, I love that this looks good. It has a small footprint, smallish for how much it has to hold, and it's got rubber grips on the bottom, so it stays decently in place. You can still slide around, but it has a nice soft feel on the table. It's not plastic on the table scratching and moving around. So I think it looks really cool. I like how this looks. This is definitely going to be replacing one of my stands. I'm going to be keeping this one as my main one, and then I'll probably pass my stand off to some friends that have a PlayStation VR whose move controllers are never charged when I go to play with them. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Let me know if you have the Arc stand, how did it do for you? Or if you have any of the other ones, the Power A, Collective Minds, or even another stand that I've never even tried. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in another reality.